it's got to be the Mann Act. It really has to be the Mann Act. I've been sitting here thinking about it. Why would these parties and why would these judges be doing so much and running? And it just really dawned on me. It's the Mann Act. My mom was underage when she consumed me. Anyone who'd have been older than, you know, the legal age, it would have been a no-no. So
15 and 22. Damn.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Now I can kind of see why he's probably not claiming it, because it looks bad on his reputation, because he has a history. Like if you look at like even Beyonce, like he was in his 30s and Beyonce was barely 19.
Look, when Jay signed his contract, the big one was with Beyonce. Mm-hmm. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Now those trophies came rolling in, buddy. He started getting Grammys left and right, man.
JayZ's alleged son, Rymir Satterthwaite, just scored another major W, and this time, he's got some heavyweight backup. 50 Cent has officially stepped into the ring and is backing Rymir in his lawsuit against Hav himself. And guess what? This bombshell came just days after a judge gave Rymir the green light to push forward with the case. But instead of cooling the situation down or finally clearing the air, JayZ's panicking. He fired off a bizarre statement accusing Rymir of harassing him for years, and now his legal team is talking wild. They're threatening to drag Rymir to court and expose the lies, as they put it. But here's the wild part. Jay still won't take that DNA test, the same test that could shut this entire thing down in seconds. So what's really going on? Why dodge it?
How old was she when you were born?
15 going on 16.
And everything saying that they had met. Now, how old was JayZ at the time?
I think like 22.
Word on the street is Jay might be avoiding the test because of some serious allegations tied to Rymirs' late mother, Wanda. According to Rymir, Wanda wasn't even legally an adult when a 22-year-old Jay allegedly got her pregnant. If that's true, it changes everything. And let's not forget, this isn't the first time JayZ's name has been linked to something this disturbing. Remember when one of Diddy's accusers claimed that both Diddy and JayZ allegedly groomed her when she was just 13? Yeah, it's getting dark fast, and people are paying attention. JayZ barely dodged getting dragged deeper into that last legal storm. The woman who accused him and Diddy, yeah, she might have dropped the lawsuit, but now she's saying loud and clear that she never took back what she said. In fact, she claims the only reason she pulled the case was because Jay allegedly sent private investigators to intimidate her into silence. So now the question is, what's really going down behind the scenes? Because here's where things start looking real shady. Major media outlets straight up ignoring this whole situation like it never happened. Not a whisper, not a headline, nothing. And let's be real, it ain't by accident. Places like TMZ and The Shade Room, they never post anything negative about JayZ. That's not a coincidence. It's a pattern. Go look it up for yourself. Search their pages for anything about the Rymir story. Crickets. This case been trending heavy online for weeks, and still, those big-name celebrity news sites acting like it's invisible. And here's the kicker. This isn't the first time they played dumb. Same exact thing went down with the Jane Doe situation. Total media blackout. But it gets even messier. Just last week, a judge dismissed JayZ's defamation lawsuit against Tony Busby, the lawyer representing Jane Doe. And that move speaks volumes.
Court documents submitted on June 16th, JayZ slams a recent lawsuit that Rymir and Lily filed against him as just the latest in what he says has been decades-long harassment. The documents read, "The fabricated allegations and claims have been addressed."
So yeah, it's feeling like a major cover-up is in play. These outlets and bloggers, they're moving way too careful, like they're scared to speak on JayZ's name. What kind of pressure is really being applied behind closed doors? But guess who ain't scared of JayZ? 50 Cent, and he's coming in hot. He straight up clowned Jay for ducking that DNA test. And now insiders say 50 personally reached out to Rymir to offer him his own legal team to go head-to-head with Hav.
And why y'all ain't dismiss the case with prejudice? Why do y'all keep having us come in there and file and pay all this money and keep filing and filing for years? Why, if y'all didn't see anything wrong with the case, why is it not over?
And let's be honest, Jay's clearly feeling the heat. His lawyers are scrambling, throwing everything they've got at Rymir just to shut him down. Behind the scenes, they've already kicked off a PR campaign trying to label Rymir as some unstable attention seeker. But fans ain't buying it. That media silence, it's not random, it's controlled. And here's the wildest part. JayZ's out here dropping big money on lawyers, press teams, and legal threats, when all he really needs to do is take a simple DNA test. That's what has everybody side-eyeing the situation. Why spend millions when a $99 test could clear everything up? Now that Rymir's rolling with actual receipts and 50-cent riding shotgun, the whole thing's looking shaky for Jay. And 50 didn't just co-sign from a distance. Nah, he dived straight into the drama. He's been trolling Jay on Instagram, even posting side-by-side pics pointing out how much Jay and Rymir look alike. And the internet, it lit up. But 50 wasn't done. Sources say he took it a step further. He reached out directly to Rymir and handed over his own powerhouse legal team. This just got real. And just when you thought it couldn't get any hotter, 50 Cent dropped a cold, cryptic bomb on Instagram. A good lawyer knows the law. A great lawyer knows the judge. Yeah, that line hit different. That one post flipped everything. Rymir's case had been getting swept under the rug for years, ignored by mainstream platforms, until 50 shined a big, bright spotlight on it. And now, JayZ's camp is scrambling like never before.
The law says in New Jersey that if the person who resists to take the test is presumed the father. That's what the law says. Here in New Jersey, anybody who don't want to do it and go away from doing it or prevents from doing it is presumed the father. So right now, he's presumed the father. He's not even alleged.
They're trying to stop this lawsuit from exploding, filing last-minute motions, rushing to discredit Rymir, hoping to bury the story before it takes off. But it might be too late. According to court documents obtained by Us Weekly, JayZ just filed new paperwork begging the judge to dismiss the case. He's calling it decades-long harassment and claiming the accusations have already been shut down in other courts. His lawyers are even saying Rymir got hit with a contempt order for refusing to let it go. But this ain't over, not with 50 Cent involved. Now the heat just turned up another notch. Rymir's former legal guardian, Dr. Lily Kohley, who's not just a guardian but a trained paralegal, came back swinging. She's firing back at JayZ's legal team and calling his newest court filing what it is: lies. Straight up lies, according to her. And she's not biting her tongue either. This ain't just legal beef anymore. It's turning into a full-blown war. In her official statement, Dr. Lily Kohley didn't hold back. She made it crystal clear this story is not made up. She reminded everyone that Wandas Affidavit, the one that sparked this whole situation, has been on record for years and was never withdrawn. That exact document is what led Rymir to believe JayZ is his biological father in the first place. And when it comes to those claims that Rymir was held in contempt of court, Dr. Coley shut that down quick. She said flat out, nobody involved in this case, not Rymir, not his late mother Wanda, not even herself, has ever been found in contempt. She called JayZ's claims straight up false. But here's the real bombshell. Dr. Coley said the truth about Rymir's paternity has never been officially addressed in court. According to her, there's never been a proper discovery hearing, no final ruling, and the core issue, JayZ's potential paternity, is still completely unresolved.
I'm fighting for what I believe in is right, and I want all the kids and everyone that come behind me. If you're missing the parents, it's all about, sometimes that's all you need to know your parents is. You don't need nothing from them. It close the book. It just helped me, go on with my life and just be straight. That's not like I'm looking for anything, looking for you to bring me up where you at or bring me with your family and all. I still got my own family, but I just want you to be like, just think about it. Like, we could have got this, over with, and through all this, I still respect you, even though I might not like you.
She says the public narrative keeps skipping over that. And that's not the only thing being brushed under the rug. What keeps getting ignored? The age of Wanda, Rymir's late mother, when Jay allegedly got her pregnant. That detail alone has been whispered about, but rarely confronted head-on by the media. And it's a big one. Let's take it back for a second. Rymir's name first hit the public radar around 2015, when news dropped that he filed a paternity suit against JayZ. But this didn't come out of nowhere. A year earlier, in 2014, he and Dr. Coley had already filed their first official complaint. And from that point forward, court proceedings got real shady. That first complaint, it got shut down fast. And according to Dr. Lily Kohley, that was no coincidence. She claims JayZ and his attorney, Lisa Fisher, brought false and fraudulent information into court just to block the case before it even had a chance to breathe. But Rymir wasn't about to fold. In 2018, he came back swinging, filing new documents and accusing JayZ of using his power, fame, and money to run from that paternity test. And this is where things get real dirty. Rymir says the court kept throwing his case out, claiming his biological father had already been identified. But when he finally got his hands on his own birth certificate, guess what? There was no father listed, nothing, just a blank space. Then came the real gut punch. Rymir later found out that some people from his own legal team were allegedly collaborating with JayZ's lawyers behind closed doors. Total betrayal. In an interview with The Sun, Rymir said he never even had a fair shot in court because of legal mistakes, shady tactics, and straight-up malpractice. He said this whole thing was rigged from the jump. And here's the emotional piece. He revealed that his mother, Wanda, told him the truth when he was just 8 years old. She sat him down and said JayZ was his father.
Rymir was shot at somewhere in September. He was in the parking lot with other people near where he's at living now. And out of all the cars there, his was the only one shot up. So we believe that was a nexus or a connection, I believe, between the case and what's going on because it was around the time.
She shared that they had a brief fling back in 1992 at Jay's aunt's apartment in the Brooklyn projects. This ain't just a legal battle, it's personal now. According to Wanda, she and JayZ did use protection, but it failed. After that night, she never saw him again and had no way to reach out. Just like that, he was gone. And by 2010, Wandas Health started to seriously decline. That's when Dr. Lily Kohley stepped in and was officially granted custody of Rymir.
In addition to that, we've had people come to my home in the past, driving on the grass. We have people knocking on the door at 4 o'clock in the morning. We've been through all of it, mostly around the filing time.
But here's where things take a dark turn. Dr. Coley told The Sun that Wanda got pregnant shortly after meeting Jay, and she was only 15 or 16 years old at the time. Let that sink in, and the deeper you go into this story, the messier it gets. In 2018, Rymir filed a new case in Philadelphia, but what happened next was straight up foul. According to Rymir's team, while Wanda was still in the hospital recovering from a medicated coma, JayZ's attorney had her sign legal documents. Yes, while she was still recovering, those papers secretly replaced Dr. Coley's name on the petition, and get this, it was allegedly done without her permission as part of a hidden legal move.
So this is a bigger picture than this. We want to try to make a difference with the Pro Se Act or the Legal Abuse Act, bringing new legislation and trying to sit down at the table with the lawmakers to make a difference. In addition to the fact, because, like you said before, Mr. Carter might not never do anything, and I'm sure he probably won't, but it ain't about him. This is about the system allowing things to happen that were very agreed and put our lives at stake.
That slick maneuver got the entire case thrown out of the Philadelphia courts. Rymir's family said they had never witnessed such corruption, and the pain it caused, unmatched. But it didn't end there. It got sinister. Later, Rymir and Dr. Coley went on Hip Hop News Uncensored and dropped a shocking bombshell. Rymir was shot after filing that lawsuit against JayZ. Now the stakes are higher than ever. This ain't just legal war, this is survival. And just when you thought it couldn't get more disturbing, it does. Dr. Lily Kohley revealed that around the same time all this was going down, strange people started showing up at her house, trying to intimidate her into silence. This wasn't just legal pressure anymore. It turned personal and dangerous. But Lily stood tall. She made it clear, this fight isn't just about JayZ, it's about something way bigger. She said it's about exposing how the rich and powerful twist the legal system and pushing for real change that protects everyday people from being shut out by money and influence. And now, Rymir's taking the battle to the system itself. He recently filed a brand new lawsuit, this time targeting the New Jersey court system and multiple judges.
JayZ allegedly won't give up his DNA to prove that he is not the father of Rymir Satterthwaite, who is claiming that he is his son, because giving up his DNA could link him to a bunch of murders that he is connected to from the past. And if it is true that he is his son, his mother would have only been 14 at the time that he impregnated her, which is not a good look either. The permanent A-list rapper could just provide a DNA sample and get the whole paternity thing out of the way, but then the sample could be used to solve a whole bunch of killings that the rapper has been hinted at being involved in.
He's accusing them of secretly working with JayZ for over a decade to keep his case from ever moving forward. It gets worse. Both Rymir and Dr. Coley claim JayZ lied under oath, telling the court he didn't own any property in New Jersey. Why? So the court would think it had no legal power over him. But if that's true, we're talking about serious perjury. And this case could crack open something way bigger than anyone imagined. But Rymir's team didn't come empty-handed. They brought receipts. They uncovered official property deeds and tax records showing JayZ's name attached to real estate in New Jersey. Clear proof he did own property there, despite what he told the court. And that one lie, it could flip this entire case on its head. In his new complaint, Rymir didn't just name Jay. He called out 6 judges he claims were working with Sean JayZ Carter to shut him down behind the scenes. These judges, according to the lawsuit, kept repeating the same false claim that JayZ didn't own any property in New Jersey, all just to block the case from moving forward. Rymir says Jay used his wealth, status, and major influence to twist the court system in his favor. And that's why every single one of his previous legal attempts either got denied or thrown out completely.
He's your father. I really do. And if it's not, why you can't prove me wrong? Like, it's not far as a proving me wrong thing. It's go to the courtroom and basically do what everybody else would have to do. Like, it's not, you don't have to prove me wrong. I just want the truth. Honestly, I can take a no. I can take, if I'm embarrassed at the end of the day, I can take that. I really can. I've been through a lot. I've seen a lot. I could take me being embarrassed. Like, just can't take nobody not saying nothing. Like, you know, it's not fair.
But the drama didn't stay in the courtroom. It spilled into real life. The lawsuit reveals that once Rymir started speaking out about the roadblocks he was facing, things turned dangerous. His car was shot at, and both he and Dr. Lily Kohley say they were being followed by unknown people in their neighborhood. It even went as far as strange cars pulling up onto their lawn at 4 a.m. They don't believe this was random. They believe it was intimidation, and they think JayZ's team was involved. Now Rymir and Dr. Coley are fighting back hard. They're not just suing JayZ anymore. They're going after the entire court system and the judges involved, accusing them of violating their constitutional rights and covering up the truth. But through all the chaos, we can't forget what this is really about. A young man just trying to get answers about where he comes from, just trying to find closure. In their recent sit-down with Tasha K, both Rymir and Dr. Coley confirmed it again. Wanda was just 15 or 16 when she got pregnant, and JayZ was 22. And here's the kicker. The courts once tried to shut the whole case down by saying the man listed on Rymir's birth certificate must be the father. But guess what? There was no name listed at all. But here's the part that shuts the old excuse down. Rymir already took a DNA test with the man the court originally assumed was his father. And guess what? It came back negative. That man is not his dad. Confirmed. And Rymir made a solid point. If the court really believed he was lying or wasting time, they could have shut it all down permanently by dismissing the case with prejudice, which would have blocked him from ever reopening it. But they didn't do that. He's made it clear from the jump. This isn't about clout or chasing a bag. Rymir even said on record that if a DNA test proves JayZ isn't his father, he'll publicly apologize and walk away. No drama, no cash grab, just the truth. That's how real this is for him. But here's where things get even darker. Word on the street is JayZ might be ducking that DNA test, not just because of Wanda's age, but because there's something even deeper that he's desperate to keep hidden, something the public still doesn't know about. This story, it's far from over, and it's only getting wilder from here. Don't miss what's coming next. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs to hear the real story. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.